So welcome everybody to look at a BFI release. Now this isn't a new release by any stretch of the imagination as it came out in 2024, but there are several films out there that I have bought recently or haven't even looked at all that I do feel are worth a review. Now granted, these films could easily get a 4K release or a new Blu-ray release or anything like that in the new year, in 2026 or any year upcoming, but I feel like these films are well worth looking at, especially the ones that are on well-known labels. So we're going to today look at 1952's Ikiru. This is directed by Akira Kurosawa, who also did the likes of Ran, High and Low, and Stray Dog, all three films we also looked at last year, as they also got Blu-ray or 4K releases. So this is a drama clocking in at 143 minutes long. Stars Takashi Shimura, who who I've seen in 20 other films. He worked heavily alongside Kurosawa for a majority of Kurosawa's filmography. So he has been in the likes of Seven Samurai, but he's also been in numerous notable other efforts in Japanese cinema, in the likes of Godzilla, Mothra, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, and Frankenstein Conquers the World. So not only heavily involved in Kurosawa's kind of films, but also within the kaiju genre as well. Also stars Nobuo Kaneko, who is also in Fight Zatoichi Fight, and Detective Bureau 23 Go to Hell Bastards. So Kanji Watanabe is a middle-aged man who has worked in the same monotonous bureaucratic position for decades. Learning he has stomach cancer, he starts to look for the meaning of his life. So this is overall a sensational drama, thanks in no part to the excellently performance from Shimura, who anchors this film throughout the majority of its running time. It is also thematically weighty on three separate but equally satisfying levels, be they the inefficiency of bureaucracy, the learning how to live a fulfilling life, and the disintegration of family life, all of which, like I said, are not only satisfyingly explored, but also explored effectively as well. The supporting cast is also good. The pacing is perfectly suited to the plot. Some people have seen out there have called this slow, others have called it boring. Yes, it is a 2 hour 23-minute film that is mostly about one guy's, life coming to an end, and which obviously isn't the most exciting premise or anything like that, but I think the plot is perfectly paced to suit what it's going for in terms of themes and characters. If it was too fast paced, I think this wouldn't have been anywhere near as engaging. So I like the way that it is actually paced. It is also engaging throughout, has a well done score, the cinematography is on point, and when it shifts gears around 90 minutes in, where the narrative structure changes, it is neither jarring nor unsatisfactorily done. So, yeah, overall, a excellent release, and yeah, my current favourite film of the year that I've seen before, that was released before 2026, as it gets the full 5 stars. So there's the discs. So yeah, you got the Blu-ray there, and then you got the special features on a second disc within. No reversible sleeve artwork, but we do have the film restored in 4K and presented in high definition. It looks absolutely excellent. We've also got an audio commentary by film critic Adrian Martin. Then we have Akira Kurosawa. It is wonderful to create. Ikiru from 2002, clocking at 42 minutes long. Now we saw those kind of that kind of extra with like the Stray Dog and High and Low, which he did around the 2000s, and that were made as part of the Toho Masterwork series, and features interviews with Kurosawa, script supervisor Teruo Nagami, writer Hideo Aguni, and actor Takashi Shimura, and others. Then we have an introduction by Alex Cox, that's from 2003 and clocks in at 15 minutes long. Then we have It's Ours Whatever They Say from 1972. Now that's a 39-minute community action film by Jenny Barkalow, telling of the battle fought by a group of mothers against the London Council to establish a playground for children on a derelict site. Now that does have some relevance to this, because one way that our lead character tries to fulfill his life towards the end of it, due to the cancer, is by approving of this playground that these mothers want to have near their houses, as what is currently there is a stagnant wasteland, basically, that has stagnant water in it. It's causing rashes and disease to occur in their children, and they want a playground to replace that kind of desolate wasteland. Then we have The People from 1970, which clocks it at 22 minutes long. That's intended for school leavers. So this COI film shows a vast range and variety of jobs available within the civil service, highlighting the ways in which civil servants help individuals, the community in general, and Parliament. Again, that bears relevance because our lead character is technically a civil servant. Not sure if they call them that in Japan when they are working for the government or not, but they do call them that in the UK. So yeah, that does bear some relevance. And then we've got original theatrical trailer and image gallery. So yeah, and the film is presented in aspect ratio of 1:37:1 with the LPCM 1.0 mono audio. So yeah, fantastic film, really really good release itself as well, and yeah, one that I do highly recommend seeing. So yeah, if you've not seen it, then you know, give it a chance. I know it's a long film. I know it's a film that doesn't sound particularly exciting, but I found it really rewarding. And yeah, another excellent film from Kurosawa, and it does show that he can do something a little bit more restrained, because even like so High and Low and Stray Dog are quite fast paced, and then you obviously have his samurai films like Ran and Seven Samurai that again are a bit more, you know, urgent in their pacing, whereas this, yeah, is a lot more restrained, but no less satisfying for it. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be looking at more films this year that aren't necessarily new releases. There are some that I bought last year that I haven't yet, I never got around to reviewing, like Little Man What Now. So yeah, we'll be looking at more other films, more films that, you know, aren't necessarily new releases, but these aren't going to replace new releases at all, because there are a lot coming out from like Criterion Collection, Arrow Video, and such over the course of the year that have already been announced that I am looking forward to. So yeah, these are just to supplement those new releases, but they are still nonetheless well worth talking about regardless. So yeah, nonetheless, thank you for watching. If you have seen this film before, let me know your thoughts on it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.